Hey everyone. I figured since we are camped out here on the side of the road that we would do a little live stream tonight. I just do that. Oh my gosh. We've had quite an awesome last few days, let me tell you. Just need to air my feet out. That's what it is. Actually, I should probably put on fresh socks. So now that it's Christmas, a lot of social things going on. Or I shouldn't say, a lot of social things that are not going on. So because Christmas is a little different this year than it has been the last few years, the only one I need to go visit is my daughter. Because my mom passed away a while ago, so now I don't have all of that stuff. So I'm kind of excited for this Christmas. It's going to be a lot quieter than normal. I'm going to go over to see my daughter Christmas morning, and then we'll probably get up to some kind of crazy Christmas adventure with all of you guys. Ugh. Fresh socks, baby. These ones don't smell bad. So yeah, my plan for this month too is to upload a little bit more than normal. I know normally I have a pretty vicious upload schedule, but because it's December, I think I'm going to make sure I upload every single day this month. Excuse me. Oh, dinner. So on Christmas, there's a thing called Vlogmas, and it's an old school thing. It's been around YouTube for eons. And that's uploading a vlog every single day. And that's not new to me. Some people do it as a crazy yearly thing. I've done that for 4 years on my channel. Tried my hardest to get something up to you guys every day. But my plan this month is to try and get something up every single day this month. And if I don't get a chance to do a video, I'm going to do myself a live stream instead, like today. Today just got out of hand. I got lots of awesome filming done today. I had so much fun, but I just didn't get around to doing an edit. But yeah, so expect a little bit more live streaming this month than what we normally do. I don't know, I thought it might be just kind of fun just to kind of sit around and chat on nights that I don't have a video ready. So, hey guys, welcome to the inside of my van. We are going to sleep right here where we're parked. As you guys seen in the thumbnail of the video, I am literally stealth camped right here on the side of a road, and I don't care. Like the description, you know what? We'll talk about stealth camping a little bit farther into this live stream. I'll wait for some more people to get on here because I know it's going to happen. They're going to pop into the live stream 30 minutes in. They're going to want to talk about stealth camping, and I already did. Tanya, thank you so much for the super chat. Hey, Terry from Wisconsin. Nice to see you guys all in here. I'm going to open up my chat window so it's a little bit bigger. Pop out chat. I'm old, so got to make these things big, easy to read. You know what I mean? Mr. CRUZ, he's passed out sleeping in the front seat. He had himself one heck of an adventurous day today. Peter from Strathmore, Alberta. Wicked. I like Strathmore. I've been through there. Grizz, thank you. Peaceful Grizz, thank you for that. I'm broke into tomorrow. Oh my gosh, you guys. So awesome to see you guys in here. I had just had a good day. The video that's coming out tomorrow, I'm not really too sure. Look at my bed. So embarrassed. So embarrassed to have you guys. I should probably clean my house before I invite all of you guys over to hang out with me, because you're all like, that Vancity van life guy, yeah, his van looks super good on video, but you get him in a live stream and you get to see the mess he actually lives in. What a slob. So I am going to do a few meetups coming up. I'll probably do one on Vancouver Island here fairly soon, and then one over on the mainland closer to Christmas. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to do my Christmas Eve gathering this year. I think I might hold off on that one for another year and try to plan something really big for next year, more than my usual Christmas Eve gathering. But yeah, I'll probably do a Vancouver meetup and a meetup out here, probably the Victoria Way, coming up probably very soon. It's supposed to be nice this weekend. Maybe we'll do it this weekend. Hey, maybe we'll do a little meetup in Victoria this weekend or somewhere out here this weekend. Let's check that weather. Let's find out. It was nice today. Today the rain broke. We got a little bit of sunshine. Oh, it was great. Oh, great. Really? Really? Today was the day. There's snowflakes right there. Can you guys see that? There is snowflakes in the forecast. Like, I doubt they're going to come, but the snowflakes there. Are you kidding me? Sunday and Monday, snow. 70 to 80% chance. Get a little ahead of myself here, thinking, okay, it's supposed to be nice weather right now. Maybe we'll get a couple days. Apparently, we're getting one day. So, yeah. But anyway, guys, now is a really great time because you've seen the title of this video. Let's talk about stealth camping. So if you guys have questions about stealth camping and what you guys think stealth camping is, please let me know. I have my own opinions on stealth camping, being in my van for so long and being in a van that doesn't look stealth. I definitely have my own opinions on that for sure, but ask away, you guys, if you have any questions about camping or parking or anything like that. Did my solar panels get a charge? Yep, today my batteries, let's check it. We were in the sun all day today. Mind you, our sun out here is different. It's the same sun, Chrome. It's the same sun, dumbass. It's different out here for us because it's more over on the south side. Batteries. 96%. Right now, currently, we're pulling a lot. Whoo! Where's all this power draw? Oh, that's right. We have 198 watts. 200 watts are leaving my system right now. I have my laptop charging, my 2 lights, all my interior lights on, and I can hear the compressor in my fridge on. 200 watts. It's right there. 210. You flipping kidding me? But yeah, so our sun out here is over on the south side. So normally the sun's supposed to be above you, but ours is like over there. So when it comes up, it kind of stays at that angle all day. But today I parked myself up on a little lip, pointing my solar panels towards the sun as best as I could, and did the best I can. I plan on converting an ambulance to live in. Would stealth be easy? All right, Brandon. Here we go. Let's talk about stealth since Brandon brought the subject up, even though it's the name of the title. Let's get into it. I was going to wait a little bit longer to do this, but let's just do it now. What is stealth camping? Stealth camping is living somewhere without anybody seeing you, or living somewhere where you can get a good night's rest and nobody bothers you, depending on how you look at it. So ideally, stealth camping would be out of sight, completely, nobody seeing you, but you don't know what people have seen. You don't know what people think when they walk by or see something. So stealth is kind of a tricky thing. I think stealth camping is being able to park somewhere all night long with zero problems, zero knocks, zero issues, nothing at all, nothing. That's stealth. To me, that's stealth camping, is being able to pull over on the side of the street, getting a beautiful night rest, living in your van for the evening, and then moving on the next day. I do that every single day in this van, whether I'm stealth camping in the backcountry or I'm stealth camping right now. Listen, you hear cars right on the side of a road. And would this be considered stealth? Well, if you want to pick on it, no. But if you don't want to pick on it, what is stealth camping? People driving by going, room, going home. They'll see the van, camper van, room, going home. Or some lady just walked by here with their dog, and I had all the curtains open and all the lights on. She had a little headlamp on because it's dark outside. She took a little turn back and she continued on walking. So because she's seen me, is that considered not stealth? Or is that just me being stealth camping in plain sight and her going, whatever, and walking on, So I don't think you'll have any problems parking in an ambulance at all in the in your adventures or journey. It's all here. It's all about being smart with where you park. Right here is no signs whatsoever. Nothing. So technically, according to the city, I am not breaking any laws whatsoever. You know what I mean? And sure, some places you may travel may have a no sleeping in vehicle policy. I've traveled through places like that as well. But if you move through, have a nice night's sleep, and move on, you go unseen no matter what you are living in. RVs are a different story because now you're breaking massive parking bylaws because you're too wide, too tall, and too long for most city limit parking. But if you're in an ambulance, regular camper van like this, it doesn't really matter. I think stealth camping has been blown out. I think that term is way overused. I use it here. I use it because it's a very clickable term. There's other YouTubers that have channels based on stealthy. It's not really a big deal. Yeah. Why stealth? Who must you hide from and why? Sorry guys, I have the chat paused for a second so I can take it easy on the comments today. Yeah, why stealth? That's my question too. What are you hiding from? That's my same question too. When people are like, oh, you have to hide. I think a lot of people just get this life really built up in their head. So once they adventure off into it, they automatically think, well, let's make sure there's no light leaking from inside here because someone might see that sliver of light from my curtain and go, oh, no, and freak out. It's not really that way. But those feelings you have to go through. Every van lifer, including me, has to go through those feelings when you first start living in a vehicle. You have that little weird process of just, going through the things in your mind. You have to. Like I went through it at the beginning. I was like, like looking left and right and sneaking into the van. I went through all of those things as well. It's just a natural part of living in a vehicle. Oh, I had the chat pause and now it just went whoo, went whipping by. Anyway, I was hoping to just like scroll like question at a time here today. Scott C, thank you so much for the super chat. Drew, thank you. Frankie B, thank you. Wishing me to get a 500,000 subs. That would be absolute madness. Lisa, thanks for the super chat. Sorry guys, I had this pause and I missed all your little super chats and a ton of questions, apparently. A ton. Holy whoa. I'm trying to take it easy here today because it's pretty easy to just get these things fly by so fast and I miss a bazillion people's questions. All right, we're just going to see if we can pause this again. Okay, stealth used to mean not getting the dreadful knock on the door. So here's where things kind of get complicated because people say you need to have a stealth looking van in order to be stealth. People like build out their vans and they so focus on, well, I can't put a roof vent up there because then people will know. I can't do this because people will know. What if I put a window in the back? People will know. That's where I think stealth gets overblown. I haven't had the dreadful knock. I've had one knock on my van from a police officer, but that was a bit of a different situation because it was the first long weekend of the pandemic. Everybody was camping and I was in a high tourist area and they were just moving all the camping people out of the valley. She treated me very nicely. She's like, I'm not going to give you the same thing I told them because I know you live in your van because you've been in town here for the last, close month. So she just said, hey, move out of town for the weekend, come back on Tuesday, no big deal. We just don't want people camping with all their families and their bikes and their RVs and all that stuff on this weekend. But other than that, I've never had that dreaded knock, you know? So I've been stealth camping my whole van life in a van that is not stealth. So that's where I think this topic gets like a bit overblown. That's a good one. Bradley asked me, if I won a $5 million lottery, would I still live in a van? Absolutely. Would I still live in this van? I don't know. I know, I mean, if I did, if I happened to win 5 million on a lottery, I would definitely put out a major, I would probably start an entire YouTube channel just helping people, you know, building other van lifers vans and just finding people that are in tough situations or in a van that really could use a little love and maybe build them their dream van. I would probably without a doubt be YouTubing my face off, but just doing a lot more nicer things for people. Because you know how fun that would be to find somebody that's in like a half broken down minivan and they were just like, tell me their story. They're like, hey, I you know, I only had $700, so I bought this, and then build them their dream van and give it to them for free. How awesome would that be? Man, please let me win. I guess I would have to do the lottery. I don't buy lottery tickets in order to win something like that. But yes, I would absolutely live in my van. Would it be this one? Probably not. I would probably build out another Ford Econoline, but just like, bah! You know what I mean? Like make this one look like a little baby one. But yeah, I would still live in a van. You damn rights I would. Yeah, I mean, like I told you guys before, I'm in van life for life, man. Bradley asked that question like a bazillion times. Oh, that's funny. Stealth is better because they will ban van life if it continues to grow as fast. Doesn't really matter. Like, here's my view on it. That stealth camper is still parked with everybody else. It's true. That stealth camper, they still know. You know what I mean? Like, and or mine just looks like an adventure rig parked on the side of a road somewhere. And if I were to park closer to a residential area, someone would just think it's somebody's weekender fishing van. You know what I mean? Like, it's not as big as those people say it is. And anybody that's talking a lot on YouTube, chances are they're people that don't live in vans at all. Stealth is not that important. And when it comes to the numbers of how many people are out here, I think if everybody kept moving, it would be the same simple situation. And being stealth, I think, is creepier than not being stealth. I think being stealth in a van, like hyper making sure your van doesn't look like you live in it, makes it a little less safe. Because if someone knows you live in it, there's a less chance of that guy breaking into your vehicle because he just wants your spare change and whatever else he can quick grab. That person's not expecting to do a home invasion while you're sleeping. That is a hugely different thing versus like, let's do some smash and grabs tonight versus, hey, let's do some home invasions. There's a different mindset in there. So when your van is totally stealth and people completely know there's nobody in it, then there's a higher chance of you getting an abrupt awakening. Where me, they're going to walk by that thing, someone's going to be like, that's a pretty tough looking rig. I bet you somebody's in there. Let's not break in because I don't know what kind of person would own a rig like that and what's coming through that curtain when I break in. Yeah, and you'll notice a lot of new van life channels, a lot of brand new ones will talk about stealth because they're still going through that phase in their head. When you see those channels 2 years later, they're going to be talking a completely different game, and that's true. I've known so many people that just stealth live in plain sight. Here you go, a van that looks very stealth. Scott, what's up, Scott? Static camper van. He just recently made a video not that long ago talking about how he doesn't care about stealth, how his van may look tiny and little stealthy. He has a little roof vent on it, but it's still a little stealthy little van. It just looks like a construction van, a little baby little, I think it's ProMaster City. I think that's what it is. But he'll sit there and park in a neighborhood with houses all over the place and open up his doors and make dinner and say hi to people when they walk by. Because a lot of times it's better to just hide in plain sight because you're less creepy. Don't be a creeper. You live in a plain white van without a doubt. Don't be a creeper. It's better this way. Like me, I'll leave the curtains open right now and be eating dinner. Someone will walk by and take a peek, and I'll just wave at them, and you'll see them go, hi. They weren't expecting the, hey, whatever. I don't care. But I think your van life will also be way better when you lose that mindset, when you stop thinking you have to hide. Embrace what you're doing, love the decision that you made, and just go out there and live. If anything, you being comfortable inside of your van space and saying hi to people when you're not being stealth. I hate saying that word. When you're sitting here on the side of the road right now and you're making a bite to eat and your doors are open, someone walks by and takes a peek, say, hey guys, they will stop. You know, be an ambassador for the lifestyle. Show people that we're just awesome people out here doing great things, that we don't have to be that creep hiding in the back of his white plain van. Oh my gosh. Stealth is unnoticeable. See, there's another great way to put it. So what's unnoticeable? Unnoticeable is pretty much every vehicle that most people drive by on their way home from work. Think about this. If you guys are living in a regular home, like just say my entire audience of 1,000 people watching right now. Sorry, guys, I'm moving around a lot. Trying to get comfy here. Oh, we're going to move you guys. How are we doing? All right, we're doing pretty good. So where's that thing here? Stealth is unnoticeable. Think about when you drove home from work today. Is that better or is that worse? When you drove home from work today, did you see every single car you drove by? Did you see the colors, the makes, and what was happening with them? Did you see who had a roof vent? Well, you guys might, because you watch Van Life, so you'll notice all those things more than the average person. How many Honda Civics did you drive by on the way home from work? The only way you're going to notice all the Honda Civics is if you own a Honda Civic or like Honda Civics. Then you're going to notice all the Honda Civics. Most people just whip by my vehicle and there's no pay value to see me. So they don't. They're on blinders and they go. You know how many people I've been with in my life where I'm like, damn, did you see that car go by? They're like, no. What car? That white one? I'm like, oh my gosh. You didn't see the lowrider? They're like, no, they didn't see it because it's got no pay value to them. So that lowrider that was blingy and shiny with the white walls, all like just money, just say they clean that baby right up. And the wire wheels were just sparkling. And I noticed every glare off that car. But the person in my passenger seat didn't even see it. And this thing drove past the front of my vehicle and down the road. But that's pay value. So that lowrider was unnoticeable to that person. Same thing as van life. 95% of the people that are driving by my van where it's parked right now, stealth camped right now, 95% of them won't even notice me, you know? So to me, I think, just pulling over one night on the side of the road, not 5 nights in the same spot, not every night in the same spot. Don't leave during the day and come back at night in the same spot every day, because those who only see you when they go to work and they see you when they come back, they think you're there all day, every day. But I'm unnoticeable. Does that make some sense? I just thought we would talk about this subject because I know it comes up quite a bit. A lot of people are always concerned about, they're going off on a big couple week trip and they're like, well, where do we park? Anywhere. I'm parked right across from a city hall right now. City hall's right there. I don't care. I'm going to stay here for the night tonight. No biggie deal. I'll be gone in the morning before anybody gets to work. Sorry guys, I've been like pausing these comments and stuff here tonight, trying to get through them, but I know me pausing them is going to make it worse for me getting through anybody's. Damn it. There goes my chat again. It just loaded up. Lord Winter, thank you so much for that. I love how people live in a van or an RV. I live in a 40-foot Keystone Hornet travel trailer. Wicked. Thanks for the super chat. Jilly B, Merry Christmas from Australia. Thank you so much. Juan, thank you. Thanks for sharing all your adventures. Keep it going. Let's hit 500K subs. That'd be insane. I really appreciate that, Juan, in a very big way. What's up, Jen? How you doing? When you coming to visit? Jen, I heard you coming to my shop. You haven't come to my shop yet. I am coming back over to the mainland next weekend. Sorry, guys, I'm just reading some messages here. I'm trying to dig out all the stealth ones. Jimmy, do I dump feces? Every van dweller dumps their feces. Every person that lives in a home dumps their feces, all in different ways. What do I think about schoolies? I think schoolies are super awesome. I've seen some really awesome schoolie conversions over my travels. Buffalo by Bicycle says, I stealth camp anywhere on my bike tours. And if you look at it, how do you stealth camp in a bike? You just pull over, you curl up, and you go to bed. You make camp somehow, whether it's in a hammock in a tree or a tent on the side of the road. And if you think of it, if you drive by, you're like, hey, cool. You're not going to think a thing of it. Or you just don't even notice it, and the person just moves along down the road the next day. I think for the most part, a lot of people have way more things going on in their life to worry about you sleeping on the side of the street. So if you're really hyper conscious about stealth camping, you're just not that important. Seriously true. You're not that important. You are important if you're squatting in front of somebody's house or in a neighborhood on a constant basis. That's where you're going to get into troubles. I parked in my mom's driveway and no one knows. Did your mom know? Chrome, can I ask you honestly, was this aimed at Steve Wallace? Absolutely not. Steve Wallace is doing some entertaining content, right? He's doing his content is entertaining. Are you kidding me? Stealth camping in a hammock behind a police station? That's entertainment. 100% entertainment. Yeah, no, not at all, man. Not at all. Whereas Canadians don't bash each other. Come on now. It's not the Canadian way. I think what Steve Wallace is doing is awesome. He's just banging those views out, man. Now he's doing great. Steve Wallace wants nobody to donate to him. Don't donate to people who are in need in BC. Yeah, there's a lot of things going on in BC right now with all the flooding, and there's tons of ways out there that you guys can give back if that's your thing. I don't always bring that stuff up here because I know a majority of my audience is not from Canada. We have a very small Canadian audience, like very small on this channel. We have a big audience from all sorts of places around the world. But yeah, and I also don't like I've brought up some of that stuff before. I'm not a huge person about bringing up all the drama stuff that's going on and all the crazy things because everybody watches the news, everybody knows that stuff, and I don't like to relive it here, you know what I mean? I'm also not in those areas either. If I was in those areas and that was a part of my vlog, I'd be talking about it because I'd be in it. But right now, I'm out of it. I am on the island and I haven't seen any flooding with my own eyes. None. Wayne Skinner, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Travis Hunter, I appreciate the love. The Nomok Experience, thank you. Here's a little bit for helping me get into van life. Oh, super rad. You just being here is thank you enough, man, but I appreciate that. All right. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to find some more stealth camping ones. This is the first time I've ever done a live stream where I've tried to maintain a certain subject, at least for the beginning part of it anyway. Normally my live streams, we just kind of just randomly roll with it. Today I thought we would take the first at least hour and kind of keep it as to parking subjects while you guys have questions here, because I know this is something I don't like talking about. I am not a big fan about talking about parking and sleeping and what it's like, but it's a pretty big reoccurring question. What am I getting myself for Christmas? The shop. That was my Christmas present to me. Pam, I was wondering about being stealth with a pet since I have a dog. Obviously, you have to take her out sometimes during the day. So, Pam, to be honest, you're always best to go, if you're going to just stick around an area, go hang out, go drive the van to a park, hang out at a park all day if you want to stay still, do all your little social outdoor stuff, and only pull up to the place you're sleeping when it's time for bed. So literally from here, like tonight's a little different. I'll take the dog out because I'm on a street where there's going to be nobody, but I will take my dog out for a pee around the corner. Once he's had his evening pee, I'll pull up here and then we'll kind of just crawl right in the back and go to bed. We won't tinker around outside the van unless you're in an area that you feel is okay. Like where I am now, there's forest stuff over here, like just a bunch of, yeah, I would have no problems taking Cruzy outside after this, you know? But having a dog, don't over focus on like a dog barking or something like that, unless you are like, I don't think that would be a problem at all either. Someone walks by the van, the dog barks, people are just going to know that somebody's in there. And I think that's okay. There's nothing wrong with people knowing that you're in the van. So for me here, like there's lights on, this one's on. Anybody driving by can see all the madness going on in here right now. And I'm not worried about it. I'm sleeping here tonight. But the only time is if you're, in an area that's a super calm neighborhood, there's no other van lifers around, and people go by for an evening walk, you know what I mean? And your dog barks, or you make a super loud noise, you may startle a local going for a walk. And that's the time when you may get somebody phoning the police on you being in the van. Because if you're in a stealth van, like what I mean by stealth is a plain van that you've hyper focused on people not knowing that you live in it, that's when you spook people. If they walk by my van, all this adventure stuff going on with the lights and the roof rack and the ladder and the window, and it just looks like an adventure mobile. If there was a noise from in here, they wouldn't be as startled as if it was a plain white blank cargo van. They're like, what was that? Oh my gosh, what's inside of that van? Why is that's weird. You know what I mean? Where my van, if you hear a noise in a regular looking adventure mobile, you don't get as startled as much because you kind of expect it. You know what I mean? It's not as alarming. That's probably a good question to kind of give you an idea on that stealth thing, on how sometimes it's better that your van looks lived in than not lived in. That was a good one. Because I'm always just trying to find ways to explain it to people, because I have explained it the same way the entire time I've had this channel, and some people just don't get it. So sometimes you have to find a new analogy. Is that the word, analogy? Something like that. To figure out how to explain it to people so they understand. Lindsay Wicked. If you ever see me around park somewhere, Lindsay, stop by my van. I'll give you some stickers. Travis Hunter, I don't know if that was you again. Wayne Skinner, no. Travis Hunter, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm just scrolling back through, making sure I'm not missing any love from you guys here. Kathy, thank you for Cruzy stocking stuffers. I bought CRUZ. Where did I put it? I put it in the shop. I bought CRUZ a stocking from Cabela's. It was like a black and white plaid stocking with a fuzzy on the top, and it has a big paw print on the front. I just picked it up the other day. Tanya, for Cruzy's new monkey. Super sweet. Dark Timber, thank you. Where can I send you a fishing setup? I'm not taking any more packages. That'd be so sweet to take a fishing setup from you. Um, yeah, I pulled my address from being public for the reason that we were just getting so much stuff and it was costing me so much money because every time someone sent me a package, it cost me to receive it, it cost me for them to hold it. Plus, then now I have to take a ferry over to go get the packages to bring it back. And I can't have packages come to my shop because my shop technically doesn't have an address because it's at somebody's house. So, yeah, Dark Timber, email me. You can email me at probably the best one would be vantours at vancityvanlife.ca. Mm-hmm. Super cool. You guys are awesome. Sorry, I'm just reading the comments. I'm just having a super chill day today. If someone knocks at night, do you answer? Absolutely. I mean, I shouldn't say I always answer. I've had a few subscribers knock on my van over the years. Um, I had some guy knock on my van looking for some girl. I guess she had a van that looked like mine. That was back when my van was stealth. It looked just like a regular van. I had some guy knock on my van late at night looking for a girl that he knew or something like that. But yeah, the first thing I do if someone's gonna knock on my van, I kick on my perimeter lights. Remember, I got those 4 lights, all 4 corners. The switch is inside the back here. So the first thing I do is flick on my perimeter lights and I'll poke my nose out the curtain and I'm right away. I'm like, what? Instantly. Like I don't get timid in that point because once you get timid in that point, it gives somebody else power. In that situation, it's like, boom, I'm like, what's up? Right away. Like, so but yeah, the first guy that rattled on my van, I think I was in my van for less than 3 months. Some guy was like bang, 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 bang on the side. My other Bulldog Disco lost his mind. I went whipping out the front, pulled my thing off the side window, looked in the side mirrors and didn't notice anybody on that side, but I noticed a vehicle on this side. So I looked over and I seen someone by the vehicle and I rolled down my window. I'm like, what? And the guy's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. He was looking for a girl. And I just told him, I said, dude, I said, when you find that girl, knock nicely. You know what I mean? I said, dude, I like you. That's how a man gets his ass kicked, kind of thing. He was just apologizing over and over and over. I'm like, I don't know what your beef is with this girl to bang on her van that loud, but when you find her, knock nicely. And he apologized. He was in a little BMW SUV, and then he just drove off. Oh, I missed a question here. Okay, stealth camping. Duke and the Locksmith. How long did it take before you started feeling comfortable about parking in populated places like side of a busy road? Go watch the very first few videos on my channel. The very first night I ever slept in my van, I was right downtown Vancouver on a super busy road. There was high rises all around my van, and people were like, boom, 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 cars were just whipping by nonstop. And I slept fine. I was being a little bit sneaky. You coming to visit, buddy? I was being a little sneaky going into the van, really making sure that when someone walked by, I was like being super quiet. I'm like, shh. My dog was like, I was trying to keep him super, super quiet because I didn't know what they could hear. But yeah, I was comfortable right out the gate, and I slept right down in the craziness very first time living in my van. I was a city boy, so my first experience with van life was around busy, busy streets. That was my thing for the longest time. My MO for places to park was in front of busy apartment buildings for the reason that all the cars that are parked down there are different every night because everybody up there, their friends are over or whatever's going on, or they have a second car they're parking outside. So out there's always different cars parked around those buildings all the time. So my van being in the muck of all those things, I went completely unnoticed. That was my place to park when I first got into the van every night. And then I got into doing townhouses where usually there's a townhouse complex, and then usually the streets around it are full of their overflow cars or their friends or their company or whatever. So that was my thing at the very beginning. But just being in plain sight worked for me every single time. And any of those weird feelings, guys, it's in here. Nobody else really honestly cares unless you've done something stupid, like, you know, because it's easy. I know lots of van lifers that do have problems, but sometimes, like, if I've ever had talked to somebody, they're like, well, I had a knock the other day. I'm like, what did you do? They're like, well, I probably shouldn't have parked here. I'm like, see, it's always something. Like, well, I parked in a community park. Like, I really didn't see any signs, so I just kind of stayed there. I'm like, you're in a community park. You know, you already know that you probably shouldn't be in the community park overnight. So just little things. A lot of times it's things that you're like, it was probably my fault. Lisa K, thank you so much. Russian Overlander, thank you. What's that? Celise? Cels? Thank you so much for that. Travis Hunter, Vancouver Island meetup. Yes. When? I don't know. Maybe this weekend. I don't know where I'm going to do it, but I don't know yet. I honestly don't know. I'll see what tomorrow brings, but usually when I do gatherings, I do them very short announcements, short. I don't give everybody a lot of lead time. I'm a spur of the moment kind of guy. So, yeah, we'll see. But I'll definitely be doing one on Vancouver Island before Christmas at some point. I don't go back. I go back to the mainland this weekend. Not this weekend, next weekend. And then I'll be back the weekend of Christmas to go see my daughter over there. Stealth. Don't stand out. No loud music. Correct. I don't know about the don't stand out part. My van stands out like a sore thumb. And I stealth camp. I consider it, no matter what you do, I consider it stealth camping. Stealth camping is being able to sleep in your van overnight with no problems. I do it all the time. Do you just subscribe to other van dwellers? Yeah, I do. I pretty much subscribe to most of the other van life channels. Give me a sec, guys. I gotta grab some water. Oh, I'm gonna lose some weight too. A little bit of a tight fit. Hey, buddy, how you doing, Cruzy? Cruzy's in the front seat sleeping. He had a big day. Oh, I had a big day. Impossible for me to stealth camp in my 20-foot Class C. Yep. It's awesome for back roads, though, and rest areas along the highway. So if you really look at this, if I was in a Class C motorhome and I pulled over right here tonight and I left tomorrow, technically you would have stealth camped. You would have slept somewhere all night, never got bothered. Then if you move to a new spot tomorrow, same thing. You just kind of, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what some people's mindset for stealth camping is: pulling over, putting the camouflage all over your van, and you know what I mean? Put some tree branches on there and like crawl around on your arms on the ground like sneaky. Sometimes I wonder what's in people's mindsets when it comes to stealth camping. But yeah, if you look at it, Jeffy Bear used to live in a monster Class C, and he went through every day without any problems. Carla, thank you so much for that. How's the border camping party coming along? That is a really cool idea. That is a pretty cool idea, because if for all of you guys that don't know, we in Canada have a border with no fence. So there's even sections of the border where there's parks that are kind of part of it is Canada, part of it's the US. So I could literally have a meetup at the park in Canada, and people in the US can come there as long as you don't cross that little line. Seriously, like you could like toss me a beer kind of thing. This is a little ditch in between it. That's it. It's a little ditch. It's crazy awesome. But I could have a meetup in Canada, but yet in the US. That's a pretty awesome idea. Thanks for bringing that up. I love that. I fly 64s. I wonder if the stealth rules of thumb are any different in the US. I have friends that van life in the US all the time, and they don't have any problems at all. Did I get a best dog dad mug? No. If you've sent it recently, and it's probably still at my mailbox. So yeah, I haven't been over to check my mail in a little bit. Russian Overlander, wicked. I'll try to be in BC next year with you. That's wicked. Yeah. If you want to be stealth, no strobe lights on your roof. It's probably a good idea. But yeah, being respectful. Sorry, I just seen a comment pop up here. Being respectful of where you're sleeping and everybody else, and that's the key to it, is just go into your parking spots with common sense and just be respectful. Because ideally, wherever I'm camping right now, on the side of a road here in town in Nanaimo, BC, this is my home tonight, which means everybody around me is my neighbor. Be respectful. You know what I mean? Like, it's as simple as that. It's just the best way to go about it. I just think some people don't have common sense, and then they have lots of parking problems, chronic parking problems. Russian Overlander, thanks for the #1 fan sticker. Stephanie, thanks for the super chat. Brian Diesel, he's asked me how I am. I am doing good, man. I'm doing very, very good. Chrome is an introvert. Wrong. I'm an extrovert that likes to be alone. I'm a huge extrovert. Hell no to the introvert. What's my timeline for the ambulance? That ambulance build is probably going to be 2 years in the making. Finances are a major holdback on that thing, because that's going to be a very pricey build, and I don't have it in me to go all in. It's probably going to take a couple years to put it all together. Midlife Mulligan. Yeah, I don't know about that. It says stealth camping can be a problem for someone, because of their skin color. It's unfortunate. I don't know where you live, and I can't comment on your situation, but I know people of color that live in their vehicles out here that have no problems whatsoever. But I see the news sometimes. There's some crazy places with some crazy people. But so many people say things. They just say stuff like, this Mike guy just told me that cops in the camper van, cops will bug you. I don't know, man. I know I've had so many people tell me that you can't stealth camp you can't van life in San Diego. I'm like, I don't know. I got a friend in San Diego right now that's van lifing full time. Zero problems. So yeah, and then you got people like Mike here again saying cops will bother you in a camper van. That is an absolutely false statement. I have police officers that watch my channel. What's up, bros? I have a police officer that lives, I met him around my mom's place, that emailed me the other day, or he messaged me on Instagram. I can't remember where it was, and I can't seem to find the message. So, bro, if you're watching this, resend me a message, email me. I don't know where, because things get bogged down. That's the problem with getting so many messages is, the police officer that watches my channel offered me his driveway to come by if I ever needed to, and I can't seem to find his message absolutely anywhere. So, bro, if you're watching, resend me that message. Yeah, so police officers are not out to get you either. Casa de Loco, Sending out the four-legged love. Stealth, number one rule. Don't be that guy. Yeah, there you go. Number one rule to van life. Hey, stealth camping. Don't be a dick. It's true. Totally true. Chef Eric, thanks for the love, man. I appreciate that. Russian Overlander, you're super generous today. Thank you. What do you use to shoot my videos? Right here. All videos are shot right here on my iPhone. I'm gonna prove it to you. See? There's coffee all over the screen. Great. So here's all my videos. This is me out there filming. I film everything. Every single shot is filmed on an iPhone. This is being done on my laptop right now. That's why it's got a little grainy. It's a little grainy image. But yeah, my iPhone. I've been filming on my iPhone since day one. And while we got it right here beside me, and as a drone, I use the little DJI Mavic Mini 2. It's the baby version. Look how tiny this thing is. That's my drone. All the little drone footage you guys see is for here. It's this little thing that's in the palm of my hands. That's it. This little bugger. Look how tiny it is. It's cute. All my drone shots are done on this thing. This is the smallest drone that DJI makes. It's light. It's a little bit flimsy. It's the toy version. But I get all my shots with this little bugger. And the great thing about this is in Canada, you need a drone license for every drone that's above 250 grams. This one is 249 grams, meaning I don't need a license. I don't need to register it. I don't need anything. I just throw it up in the air. Bada bang. And I know even in the US, if you use I think it's in the US, you use the small ones. If you happen to use that video footage for making money, you now have to go through a whole different licensing thing. It's not like that here. Beautiful. So I don't know about that one. Introverts like to be alone. Extroverts are the opposite. So I would consider an introvert someone who just doesn't like to leave their home, that doesn't like to talk to people, that they are 100% an introvert. That's it. That's who they are. I am an extreme social butterfly. I love people. Been a DJ my whole life, man. You put me in a room, I just like, that's my thing. That's my thing. Give me people. Give me people. I'm very much an extrovert. But in the last little while, because I've been my whole life has been people. Prior to van life, my life has been people, constantly, day, night, and sometimes on the stage with the microphone in front of like thousands of people. But now that I've been in my van, I just sometimes need to unplug from people. It's got nothing to do with not liking people, because if someone comes up to me in the backcountry, I'm the first guy that's like, "What's up, man?" Right away. I'm like, some guy drove by me in the backcountry the other day, and I literally had a conversation with him through the window, because he rolled up and I rolled my window down, just talked to him about some of the things that were going on up the road up there. But I love people, man. I wouldn't consider myself an introvert whatsoever. I have my moments, but so does every extrovert has their moments where they just need to unplug from people for a bit, because being an extrovert, it's a lot. I've been an extrovert my whole life. It's a lot. Big time. I've been trying to hold on to these conversations, but they keep going. Wah! Stephanie, giving you nicknames already. Thank you for that. Can we send CRUZ some goodies? No, I will take that $10 and I'll buy CRUZ some goodies. Okay. Because CRUZ just had surgery for bladder stones. He is getting 0 treats. Any treats he's getting now are like chicken necks or raw stuff or things like that. He is not getting any more processed foods whatsoever. But thank you, though. I'll take that $10 and I'll buy him something gross. Because that's what I look at that stuff. I'll buy him something gross because that to feed him that it's gross. He loves it. He's been so much better now that he's been on 100% raw instead of 50% raw. Carla, thank you. What would you charge to be a video guest on my channel? I'd love to interview you. See, time, I wouldn't charge you anything for that. Give me a second, guys. Sorry, just blocking some people. I wouldn't charge you anything for that, but it's also timing. I have had a lot of people that have been asking me to come on their podcasts and things like that. It's just timing. Sometimes things just don't work out that way for people. But I have no problems being on other people's YouTube channels. If you can email me at workwithus@vancityvanlife.ca. So it's workwithus@vancityvanlife.ca. That's the best way to get a hold of me for that kind of stuff. Guys, I don't want to talk about raw food. Okay, this is a whole subject that gets heaty, and it's not something I don't like talking about those kind of things. Sometimes hey, what's up, Jeffy Bear? How you doing, buddy? Talking about those subjects everybody's got their own opinions on things, and I like to stay away from anything that could go sideways. Russian Overlander, you're a rock star today. Thank you. Someone's like, Patty isn't on here. I posted on my Patreon. She's on my Patreon over there. I posted on there, so she would have gotten notified earlier. Maybe she's just not friends with me today. Patty's like, I don't want to talk to you today, Chrome. I had enough of you. Do I miss dating? No, because if I did miss dating, I'd be dating. Van life has gotten nothing to do with me not dating. I wasn't dating prior to van life either. Just no interest right now, man. I'm going over to see you soon, buddy. I am Jeffy. I'm talking to Jeffy right now. I'm going over to Vancouver, not this weekend, but next weekend. So I'll pop by and visit you if you're still out there. Sherry A says, talk about my daughter. That is not a discussion for YouTube. I've been keeping her off my channel a little bit. And yeah, sometimes just family stuff is best kept off the internet. She loves being on YouTube though. She makes an appearance in my videos every once in a while nowadays. She used to be in them all the time, but nowadays, because of our visits have mainly just been her and I sitting there socializing and talking and hearing about all the gossip that's going on in her world. We haven't really been out to do anything filmable. So yeah. Anytime I do see my daughter, she gets posted on my Patreon and stuff, and people always know that kind of things. But I haven't been doing much here on my channel when it comes to her. Hold on. Give me a sec, guys. I'm going to take care of this then. Peace out. Sorry. I love it when people start going through things and blocking things, and then I get to go take care of it. Bada boom. Oh, you guys are awesome. Russian Overlander. You're super generous today, man. Thank you. Nomadic Conquistador. I like that name. That's really cool. Hey, Chrome, I've been a nomad since 2012 and live in a 1956 Ford one-ton step van. You have inspired me to start a channel. Been watching you since the beginning and love it. Wicked. Hey, guys, go over and check out his channel. Just click on his name, Nomadic Conquistador. That is super, super awesome, man. Super cool. And that's an old step van. A little son with a little character. I love it. Question, does Jackery have payment plans on the power stations? I doubt it. I don't know, but I doubt it. I don't think companies do payment plans on things anymore unless you're buying it from like a brand store. Stephanie's like, another hater down. I edit all of my videos on Adobe Premiere, and I really, really like the software. Sorry, guys, I'm gonna move here. Ugh, starting to hurt my neck. I figured if I sit down here and look upwards, probably be a little bit better on the neck. Huh? Not bad. And I really like Adobe Premiere. It can be a little bit glitchy at times, but I do like it. Well, I bring my daughter to the shop. Normally when I go see her, I go over to the mainland to go see her. CRUZ is in the front seat. Oh, someone just said, for someone who asked about Jackery, someone said that Amazon offers financing. I haven't seen that over here in Canada, but that's pretty cool. So you may be able to do some financing that way. But here's my opinion on that question. So whoever asked me the question, do they finance Jackery batteries? Don't finance a Jackery battery or anything if you don't have a van. Don't finance things and buy things for your van if you don't own the van. That's your biggest expense. That's the thing you need first. I know so many people, and I've talked to people across my journey here. I wonder if I can turn this on, be better. There we go. Hey, I've talked to so many people across my journey that are spending all their money buying things and stacking it up in the corner of their apartment, waiting, when they could have put that money into buying a van and dropping their rent and started simple, and then buy all those things or finance those things if you're at that point, then. But yeah, don't jump on financing if you don't already have a van. Like, I get the financing thing. I 100%, I've been there. I know what it's like to need to finance stuff, but to finance items before you buy the van is not a good idea. I know you never said that. I'm just saying this for the whole channel in general, because there's a lot of people out there that always think those things. Yeah. But seriously, take the advice. Even pull the financing part out of it. Don't buy things until you buy your van. Your van's the biggest part. You can sleep in an empty van with just a jacket and a pillow, without all those fancy things. Russian Overlander, thanks for the love again, man. I appreciate that. I've lived in a van for 2 months before buying my power bank. Had to be sure. That's right. So also living in your van first before you buy all those high ticket items, you'll know what you need. Like, don't buy things until you need it. Like, when I lived in my van for 1 year before I put a roof vent in this thing. 1 year. Everybody said, you need. And I'm like, no, I don't. So far, so good. But yeah, you buy them as you need it. Once you get into it, it's way cheaper to start van life if you just buy the van and slowly acquire the items after the fact. Paper Bag Nomad, thank you. Thanks for being awesome. Enjoy watching your videos and you and CRUZ's adventures. Wicked. Elaine, thank you. Curling weights there. Thank you for that. I bought myself a new home on Tuesday, a 2015 Chevy G4500. I'm so excited. I am pumped for you. That is so fun. That is wicked. Stephanie, how can we send you a Tim Hortons card for coffee? Tim Hortons allows you to email them. So if you just go to timhortons.ca or whatever it is, or .com, whatever, buy the Tim Hortons gift card and you can email it to me. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty sweet. And then what happens, I get the email saying whatever note you attach to it, I screenshot it. And then every time I go have coffee, it says your name and I scan it. And it's my reminder. I love those things. It's super sweet. It's really fun, man. I've had some people pop little Timmy's cards on my windows. It's super fun in the morning to just every day you go click and you kind of click on it and you're like, oh, Stephanie, thanks for coffee this morning. It's pretty fun. It's like somebody buying you coffee, but you being alone. You know what I mean? It's weird. It's like someone's like, I got your coffee today, Chrome. It's always a good feeling. But yeah, the email thing is pretty cool. Guys, I said I was going to drink water. I haven't drinking anything. Whew. I'm going to mute this. Nobody needs to hear that slurping sound. Gross. Russian Overlander. Thank you. Oh, so good. Did you figure out all that electrical stuff? I still can't get my head wrapped around it. So, the electrical in a van can be very overwhelming. There's a lot of stuff that goes on with it. And if you, my friends at Ray Outfitted in Ontario said something to me that 100% is the best advice you could ever hear about electrical. If you cannot draw your entire electrical system out on paper and it make 100% sense to you, then you should not be installing that on your own. And it just makes sense. If you can't draw it out, then don't install it. So wrapping your head around electrical stuff is not easy. It's not easy because some people aren't wired that way. There's some things in my life that I'm just not wired to do, but there's some things I'm just wired to do amazing things with. You know what I mean? So yeah, that electrical stuff, that's where sometimes those power banks come in handy because it's all done. All you do is plug your device into it and that's it. So yeah, the electrical stuff's a pretty tough one. For me, I've just been slowly learning. I knew nothing about it at the beginning, but now that I've been in my van for so long, I've kind of just been learning how everything works and everything functions. You slowly start to figure out your own system. I also installed my system. The only thing I didn't install was my solar and stuff on the roof. And I lied. Hold on. I installed all my electrical. I installed my batteries, my lights, my switches. The only thing I did not install was my solar system. That was all done by the crew at Ray Outfitted in Ontario. Yeah, 218,000 subscribers. Insane. Shocking. Oh, so good. What do I think about YouTube removing the dislike button? It's about damn time. YouTube is the only platform that allowed people to shit on people. Think about it. There's no way for you to just bash somebody on Facebook without physically making a comment. There's no way to bash somebody on Instagram without physically making a comment. YouTube is the only one that allowed you to just be negative. And I never really agreed with it from the beginning anyway, but I think it's great that they removed it. So I did a test the other day before they removed the dislike button. Once I heard about it, I'm like, okay, because I've had mine shut off for the longest time. So I shut it off so nobody could see how many thumbs up or how many thumbs down my video had. I did that because negative people get a rush out of seeing that thumbs down go up. So normally on an average video, I average between 50 and 75 thumbs down every single day, like clockwork. I think it's the same people every day. But like clockwork, I get those same 50 people. Just bang, 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 all the time. So the other day, I turned on the visibility of it. So you could see how many thumbs down my channel had. It got 270 thumbs down that day. Why? Because you could see it. It was the standard everyday vlog video, the same old positive stuff. There was nothing in there that would have been negative or deserved negativity. But I did. I turned it on one day just for the sake of going, let's find out before they pull this. Turned it on, bang! Everybody was like, oh yeah, I can hit it. Look, everybody, look at the number go up. So I think them removing the thumbs down button was a beautiful idea. It's still there, but not there. You can still touch it, but it doesn't do anything. Jennifer likes my shirt. Home is where you park it. VancityVanlife.ca. So, starting in January, I am releasing a whole bunch of just van life generic shirts. Shirts that aren't me. That's not my van. That's not me. Could be me, but it's not. But I plan on releasing a whole bunch of just generic van life shirts that anybody can buy, because not everybody wants to buy stuff with my face on it. Not everybody wants to buy stuff with the dog on it or Van City Van Life related. These are all stamped with my domain because I don't want people to steal them. They're my designs. I paid the designers to get them done. But yeah, I'm gonna release a lot of just some really good van life shirts coming up. I'm pretty excited about it. Home is where you poop. You got that right. Mr. Miner, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Oh, Russian Overlander, you're being really, really nice to us today. I appreciate that. For my lovely CRUZ. CRUZ, I have a funny feeling that Russian Overlander was doing all this stuff for you the whole time, bro. We'll show you a little bit later. He is wiped out. That boy, I'm surprised he didn't pass out getting into the van just walking today. He had a massive day. Raiden, aloha from Maui. What's up, Weirdos? Love your channel. There's amazing content, especially your live streams. Wicked, man. Glad you like the live streams. So cool. I really enjoy doing live streams, but what I find on live streams is like my muscles right here and underneath here get very sore. I don't know why. It's just, I can think it's just all the talking, that constant talking. Sometimes it's like, please just give me a minute to breathe. Travel Snacks, thank you. Tim Hortons on you since I can't get in the States. You're also one of my favorite van lifers that inspired my channel. Aw, super rad. Travel Snacks is an awesome name, by the way. It's a good name for a channel. Dark Timber, let's do a shot. I don't have any alcohol in my van. Are you coming? Hey. You want to come up here? Hey, come here. Come on. You can go up here. Hey, jump up. People will really like to see you, buddy. Jump up. Hey, CRUZ. That's what they want to see is, hey. Hi, buddy. Hi, CRUZ. How are you doing, buddy? Little sleepyhead. Hey. Look at you, sleepyhead, buddy. I'm going to move over and everybody can see you. Hey. Are you sleepy today, buddy? Yeah. It's a big day. You had a big day, didn't you? You did, didn't you? Yeah, you did. But you look at him. He's so tired. Hey, watch him. He's gonna just go boom. It's just gonna fall over. Huh? Hey, CRUZ. He's giving me the dirty what? What do you want? Why are you giving me the look? Why are you giving me the look? All right. Bobtail Trucker, thank you. Just for laughs, would love to see you fumble with practicing on the welder. I will be filming that for darn sure. Hi, buddy. I'll definitely be filming me using the welder for the very first time. Russian Overlander, thank you again, man. SC, thank you. Are you comfy? You sleeping on my jacket? Is that good? Is that like the 50 on or something by now? How about baseball hats? So I might be switching merchandise companies. We will see what they have, or I might be staying with the same one. I'm not really too sure. We've just had some poor experiences with the merchandise company that I'm dealing with right now. It's been really, really good, but we've had a few pieces of merchandise that have gone out that haven't been so nice, and I was pretty disappointed because when one of you guys emailed me with a picture of the shirt that you have that just went to shit, it makes me sad because, you know, it means a lot that you guys go out and buy a shirt or want to wear a shirt that's got my stuff on it. It means the world to me. And to know that somebody has a shirt that completely got destroyed in the first wash, it makes me mad. So because I don't print the shirts myself, I message those companies. I'm like, I mean, like the company that does my merch now, they're really, really, really good with just reimbursing the money. They will print you out a new one and reimburse your money kind of thing. They're super good. But that doesn't mean it's not sad the first time you buy a shirt from us and it gets all screwed up in the wash. So, you know, I hate getting those messages from people. And we've gotten a few of them over the last year, enough to make me look into rethinking who does my merchandise. Sandra, thank you. Thanks for inspiring us every day. You make us want to explore BC to the fullest. BC is awesome, man. I like it out here. Peaceful Grizz, thank you. Really? You're just going to put your... I just supposed to say his balls. He doesn't have balls anymore. Just going to put them on my pillow, bro? Just going to put your butt, just plunk it right down where my head goes. Really, really appreciate that, buddy. Hey? Are you falling asleep? Are you? Hey, what's wrong with your eyeball, buddy? Hey, is your eyeball okay? Hey, you okay? He was running around with another dog today like a madman. That's why he's so tired. Annette Harris, please give CRUZ a hug for me. My girl dog Finny loves him. CRUZy, you have a little lover. Look at him, look a boss. All the girls love me. External influencers, thank you. Night 12:03 a.m. on the East Coast. Whoo! It's 9:07 here. Making sure I'm not missing any more super chats, you guys. Has CRUZ humped my head? No. CRUZ does not hump me whatsoever. I'm the boss. Look how cute he is. I'm the boss in this place. He may run the show, but I'm the boss. New sticker. So we have a bunch of new things coming out. I'm in the midst of rethinking on what I want to do for stickers and stuff going forward in January, but I am removing a ton of my old designs. They're gone. We're going to give everything a fresh look and a fresh new start in the new year. CRUZ is very, very, very tired. Mysterious Spiritual Girl, thank you. Hi, Chroma CRUZ, new subscriber, wishing you both well. Welcome to the crew. Russian Overlander again. Thank you, man. How's CRUZ doing on the raw diet? More energy, stinky farts. I'm thinking about switching for my Brewster pup. So, this is a touchy subject. I don't know. People always have so many opinions. Amazing. To answer your question, amazing. He's always been on 50% raw anyway. He always had raw for breakfast and then kibble at night. Now he's just 100% raw and he loves it. Absolutely loves it. Do you already have designers working on them or are you looking for submissions? Robert, I'm open, dude. I'm open. I do have designers. I have multiple designers that I'm working with for my stuff, but I find every designer has their thing. You know what I mean? So I'm always open to new designers. If you are a designer and you're interested in submitting something as a sample, some Vancity van life kind of, or a van life related sample, send me something. Don't spend a ton of time on it. I'm really good at visualizing what it could be. So if you want to just do me up a rough sketch saying, hey, Chrome, this is the kind of stuff that I can do, or send me some samples by all means. So send it to workwithus@vancityvanlife.ca. I'm always open. So right now I've got my designer that's been doing my work since my nightclub days, and I have Another designer girl that she's been doing tons of work for me, and she's just crushing it. She's doing so good, but I'm always open. Always open. Someone asked me raw, what dog food do you use? I don't. It's raw, like raw food, like blended in a blender, kind of raw food, just raw food, like 100%, like raw food, like as close to natural prey, close. I don't know how to word it. As close to a whole prey animal as you can. Like we're talking like liver, spleen, and all sorts of stuff. Raw, like 100% raw food. So yeah, there's no brand involved. Well, I guess there would be. There's a lot of raw food companies, but I buy them local. I buy local from local raw companies that produce right here on Vancouver Island. You guys have seen CRUZ eat a whole herring fish on my channel, a whole fish. It's so disgusting. Do I miss my Keurig? Oh my gosh, I used to love that thing. If you don't know what that means, go watch my very first couple of videos on my channel. I had this fully stickered out Keurig coffee pot in my condo, and I loved that Keurig in a big way. Like whoever bought that from me on you listen to him. Okay? Whoever bought that Keurig from me bought a very big piece of my life, and I kind of wish I would have kept it. Now that I have the shop, I kind of wish I would have kept it. No, not dead animals on the side of the road, not that kind of raw. If it was fresh, maybe. I'm not ripping that. No. Locals, you have kangaroos in Canada. Yes, we do. Someone seen I fed him a kangaroo tail just as a treat and the other day. Yeah, we do have kangaroos. We also have deer farms out here too. I didn't know that till the other day. Sharing the Wild told me, yeah, there's farms that farm venison. We have farms that farm kangaroos. So yes, we do. I filmed at a kangaroo zoo once, with my daughter a few years back in, I think it's in Kelowna. Russian Overlander, you're welcome. John Owens, thank you. Love your channel. You and Cruzy. I'm pretty sure he meant to just say Cruzy. Cruzy is awesome. Love your positive attitude. Any suggestions for testing van life before investing and buying in a van? Yes. So there is a ton of van rental companies out there nowadays. Lots of them. So I know here on the island, there's multiple companies. I actually have a few of them that I want to go film because J5 Custom Vans actually built a couple of vans for a local one out here. So I should actually go because my shop's not far from where they are. But yeah, you can rent a camper van. Don't go to an RV store. Don't rent a big RV, fully RV'd one. Go to one of those little smaller private camper van rental companies. They're all over the place. And rent a camper van and go out and use it for a weekend. Or better yet, don't tell them you're doing it because they don't let you do it. Go rent a budget or a whatever. Go rent a van, like a moving van, not a box van, but like a camper, like a just an empty van. Go rent an empty van from somewhere, throw a bed in the back, and just go. You know what I mean? Do it all like simple style. That's probably the best way to do it. I know those camper van rental companies can be a little bit expensive, but it's better to experiment than to spend all that money on your own and realize it's just not for you. Yeah, Doc Black. Yeah, I'm feeding Chrome hitchhikers. That's what I'm doing. He's on raw foods. I see a hitchhiker, gulp. See you later. Duke, no, I do not smoke weed. Never something I got into. Kim Jones, thank you. How's the grip mat on the door working out? It's working out very, very good. I put that answer in the Q&A video I filmed today, which won't be coming out for probably about 3 days. But yeah, it's doing really good. So if you guys don't know, I put a piece of grip tape, just that sticky tape you put on a skateboard kind of thing, on my side door to help me get some leverage to pull the door shut when it's open, because I can't reach the handle. So I usually just grab onto the side of the door and give it a good heave ho. And having that grip tape just makes it a little bit easier. Because it was slipping off when it was raining outside all the time. It just kept pulling off. So yeah, that was myself. Did it work? I don't know, maybe. Sorry guys, I gotta skip through, make sure I didn't miss any. So guys are so sweet. Did I miss any of these super chats? Sandra, did I say yours? Yes, I did. I want to explore BC to the fullest. D Floyd 888. Thank you so much for that. I missed that one. Mama Jude, thank you. Much love to Chrome. She meant just you, Cruz. He's out. Completely out. Oh my gosh. Lisa Marie Coleman. Hey from Cali. Loving Cruzy snoring. Me too. The van wouldn't be the same without him, and that's 100% true. I love that noise. Todd 13. Thank you so much for the super chat. Tacos. I want some tacos. I'm hungry. Van Life with Gina. What's up? Hello from Oregon. Safe travels. Yeah, if you guys are into some good old van life chitty chat, Van Life with Gina has a channel. She does live streams quite a bit. Cruz is the snore meister. He wins. He wins. What are my batteries at right now? Good question. This thing's been pulling, my whole van right now has been pulling like just about 200 watts. It's gone down quite a bit since the stream started. It's at 87% and currently pulling 164 watts. There's a lot being pulled right now. My laptop's plugged in. I could probably unplug that. So let's unplug my laptop. Shut off my... Okay, here. Let's take a look at this. So now that my laptop is unplugged, it's pulling 116 watts. So right there is the number. That one right there, 116. Now let's shut off my inverter. So my inverter pulls 6 watts just being on. That's it. Just to run the inverter to convert that power is 6 watts. Wow. Excuse me. Lisa Marie, I've been living in my minivan since the beginning of September with 4 dogs and a cat and a couple pet rats. What? Weirdos unite. That's crazy. That's a full van. You got a little zoo in there. That's awesome. 4 dogs, a cat, and a couple of rats. That's insane. I've lived in here with Cruz and a couple of mice before. Annette Harris, Night Chrome and Cruz, late night here, got to go to work. Can't wait until I retire and get on the road. Super awesome, Annette. Thanks for coming by the stream today, and thanks for the love. Russian Overlander, thank you. You can put your wallet away, buddy. Thank you. So appreciate it. Any van lifers have a wind power opinion? I talked to somebody once that said that they tried to do one of those little windmill things on their vehicle. They propped it up there so the propeller turns. They said there's no way that thing would pull enough power to even run a single light. I don't know anything about it. I just heard what they said. And they were like, man, that thing would have to turn at full tilt all the time, even to drive enough power to power 2 lights all day, every day. So solar is probably your best way. Why? Because there's always sun in the air, except for when you're in Canada in the winter. I take that back. I take that back. Ron G, hi. Anybody seeing my message? Art, I just did. Your other one? I don't know. It's probably in there somewhere. Things go by too fast there, Art. It's hard to catch up with everybody. One of my rats' names is Chrome. Great. That's awesome. Big Dan Tattooer, thank you. Hello from Cape Cod. Wicked. Robert Ashton. Hey, Chrome. I live in Comox and soon will be road ready with my Ambo. Super awesome. Have you considered using induction instead of propane for cooking? Yeah, I have, and I don't know what I'm doing inside the ambulance yet for stuff. I never put an induction cooktop in here. Cruz, you're getting loud, bro. I never put an induction cooktop in here because of the power requirements for it. But in the ambulance will be super kitted out with lots of power. So yeah, maybe. So I'm also going to build the ambulance for somebody else just in case I decide to sell it. So I'm going to have to include some of the things in there that I may not normally include in my van, because I'll find out real quick. Once before that thing goes and gets an interior, I will know if I've fallen in love with it and I'm keeping it or not, or I'm going to sell it. I should know by the time it's painted and done, you know? But yeah, wicked. So when your Robert, when your ambulance is done, if you want to do a little ambulance tour on my channel, I'd love to. Email me at vantours@vancityvanlife.ca if that's something you're into. I don't have to talk anymore. He's just entertainment on his own. Have I been to Surrey? I used to live in Surrey. So before I moved into my van, the apartment I lived in, the condo I lived in, was the high-rise towers at the King George SkyTrain station. I lived there for 2 years before I moved into the van. Go back, watch my very first few videos. You'll see the tower. You'll see me having coffee on the patio there. Yeah, I used to live in Surrey. I need a CRUZ snore filter. He needs a sleep app machine. Russian Overlanders, you're being very generous today. Thank you so much. Oh, that was a big one, Cruz. I gotta get a drink. He's good entertainment. He's very good entertainment. You wait till he starts dreaming and he starts barking in his dreams. That's funny. I just snort. He's constant entertainment. Never, ever a dull day in my home. Never. Does it smell in the back of my van? No, it doesn't smell in the back of my van. It does sometimes. Jimmy, where do I dump my feces? In a garbage can. Same place that any mom would dump their baby's diapers. Crazy. Jeffrey Bear says that you can borrow his CPAP machine. Who's the worst snorer? Him, by far. Out of him and my other Bulldog Disco that I had when I started, Cruzy Bear's got snoring on lockdown. Jeffy Bear says that CRUZ sounds like Jeff. I've slept beside Jeff, man. Jeff's like, rocks the van. I'm kidding. It doesn't. How's little CRUZ? You can ask him. He's he's out for the count today. Yeah, smells back. You're only one Cruzy, you know. Jimmy, you're asking questions that, you know, think about what you would do living in a van. What would you do? You know, like I know van lifers that have never done a number 2 in their van and they've been in their vans for freaking years. So the easiest way to think about that, Jimmy, is when you're out and about all day long, where do you go to the bathroom? We go in the same places. When you're out with the late night with your friends, where do you go to the bathroom? We go in the same places. And when we have those emergency times, we'll go in our van and we pee in a bottle. Those are very those are questions that I sometimes wonder that if you're really asking those, are you gonna survive van life? If you can't figure out the basics, like where you're gonna pee and poo, you got a problem. What does the Sirocco fan normally cost? So there's the Sirocco 2 and the Sirocco 2 Elite. This one's brushless. It's more expensive than that one. Just Google them. Go on Amazon, type in Sirocco, and then you'll find out what the prices are. I have no idea. Midlife Mulligan, I vote for a Surrey meetup. I don't know where I'm going to do my meetup if I do one on the mainland. Vancouver is usually the busier ones if I do it out there because I have a majority of my subscribers from out there are that way. It's kind of more neutral. Clay and Mir, any plans for Christmas? Just going to see my daughter Christmas morning, and that's about it. Russian Overlander, thank you. Adam Young says he drives a van for Amazon and pisses in a bottle. That's right. You don't have to be a van life to figure out where you're gonna pee. Yeah, Vancouver will do. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm doing yet. We'll see. What's my favorite place in BC? I don't think I have a favorite place in BC. I just like the West Coast side of it. I like the West Coast and the North in BC. Not a big fan of. There's a chunk in their area, and I'm not a big fan of. But yeah, BC is just pretty epic all the way around. The good thing about BC is it offers you all sorts of different terrains. You know, like we have a desert out here. We've got like, dude, there's so much going on out here. We live in a rainforest on this side. You got dry, arid areas, and this guy. So Jimmy's asking questions again about going to the washroom. Is it illegal to dump feces and stuff in a garbage can? So let me ask you this question. When a baby takes a poop and mom throws that diaper somewhere, is that against the law? Makes you wonder, doesn't it, Jimmy? Okay, no more questions like that, Jimmy. We're good. CRUZ would be a great ringtone. Yeah, you'd be like, this thing as a ringtone, it would either scare you or be peaceful enough to put you to sleep. Do I bring girls into my van? Whenever I want to. Unicorns and Butterflies just answered Jimmy's message saying, no, it's not. There you go. Pharmacies sell portable urinals with lids if you're stumped. I know people that use like old coffee cans and stuff. Whatever works, man. Whatever works. Who's my favorite musician of all time? That is a very hard thing to. I don't know. I don't have a musician. It's definitely not a musician. Probably my favorite. I mean, I'm a DJ, so I'm all about. My favorite music producer of all time is Tritonal. Yeah, Tritonal will probably be my favorite music producer of all time. I've been a club DJ my whole life, so that may not be something you guys may or may not know. But I'm a big dance music fan. Huge. That's my thing. Do I think living in a van in southern US like Florida where it's hot all year round, is it possible? Anything is possible. Would it be comfortable? I don't know. Depending on what you're comfortable with. Could I do those hot 40 plus? I guess you guys are in the US, so it would be more than over 100 degrees Fahrenheit. It's not my thing. Not my thing. Yeah, I don't know, but that's all up to you. Like I know people that really love hot summer days. I am not a fan. Anything above, because like out here this summer we had like 105 degrees Fahrenheit. It was just like, oh, so bad. But all depends on what you're willing to do. The great thing about a van is you can move it to cooler places. You know, when you have a steering wheel in your home, you know, as long as you can move your job somewhere, you're good to go. What's that gray nano? I have Crohn's and we'll be getting a colostomy bag soon. Great. Sorry. Never said those words on my channel before. Thinking this might be easier. Yeah, I guess so. You know, if you're already plugged in, you're plugged in. Problem solved, right? Um, there you go, guys. So if you're concerned about going to the bathroom, get one of those bags. Whoop, attach them in places and do what you need. Uh, the broken nomad. Nice comment. All right, guys. Sorry, I've been pausing the chat here. So yeah, clogging sweet. I think that's what that is. Humidity is horrible in a van. Like that's why summers are just not exciting for me. I don't like the sticky feeling. It would drive me crazy. But I also know, hey, Patty! People were asking about you earlier. They're like, where's Patty? I'm like, I don't know. She doesn't like me today. Cruzy, can you maybe be quiet for a minute? Like just a minute? Okay, fine. How's Grey's Anatomy going? Watch them all of them. Every last 500 seasons. Yeah. Am I going to be living in the ambulance? I don't know. I haven't fallen. I think it is super awesome. It's unique. I love the look of it. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe. Maybe I'll keep them both. Now that I have the space, I could. We'll see. I originally bought the ambulance to build it out on the channel just for some fun content and then sell it. But now that I have it, I think I'm going to go quite crazy on it, more than I thought I was going to go on it. And then maybe I will just keep it. And maybe this one will go up for sale. I don't know. We'll see. It is a cool looking rig, though. I will give the ambulance that. It definitely gets looks. Even it gets looks now, and I haven't done anything to it. It's got no back bumper on it. It's got cracked on the front window, and it's got like the front fender flares are just pieces of plastic that somebody stapled on there or screwed on there. Insane. And it still gets looks. So I can imagine what that's going to be like when it gets done. People are going to be stoked on that one. Mess Kit, thank you. Chrome, been watching your channel for a couple of years. That's cool, man. Glad to see you're following some of the people around here. It's pretty cool. Having Dalton asks, having the shop, will it stop me from traveling farther like the East Coast? No. Put it this way. If I had a shop last year, if I would have got this shop a year ago, we would have traveled our face off this year because I wouldn't have been so dependent on other people, timelines, and schedules, and then driving all the way over here and then booking an appointment to go get this done and then going over there, booking an appointment, and then driving, like driving 4 hours in one direction just to go get some other work done. If I had my own shop, we would have been on the road this year and actually traveled, but we didn't. We didn't because we had so many things going on, and we would have shaved 2 months off of our working on the van stuff to get it ready for travel. We would have shaved 2 months off of it if I had my own space. So no, the shop is not going to restrict me from doing any traveling whatsoever. If anything, the shop is going to give us longer adventures. It will allow us to get any little tinkering projects we need done on this thing done and be able to leave in an efficient time. So yeah, The shop for me has just been fun. I've really honestly just been enjoying it. It's just a super affordable space that we can now like buy stuff and like adventure toys, and who knows, maybe we'll buy a quad and a boat. I don't know. It could be fun. Any plans to travel to the north, like the Yukon? Yes, that may be the first place I go this year. Really, bro? But yeah, I think we're probably going to travel north before we go east this year. Maybe we'll do both. I think we're going to be full on sending it this year. So we may do the whole cross Canada thing, including the north. So we might start the trip, go up north, and wind across the north side through the prairie provinces, but up on the north side, and then full sender right across. I know there's an overland gathering this year in Ontario. We'll see. Andrew, treats for CRUZ. Thank you. Lisa Marie, with my minivan, planning on getting a small horse trailer to convert and pull it. Wicked. Please tell me you're not going to put horses in it. You have four. What was it? 4 dogs, a cat, and a few rats, and now horses in the trailer. Get donkeys. They're smaller. Yeah, having that little extra space behind a minivan would be kind of cool. If I could never pull a trailer, that would just be too cumbersome for me. And I think I might have more parking problems if I pulled a trailer. But I do know vanners that do. I know quite a few vanners that have trailers, or I've bumped into them. I don't know them personally, but I bumped into them. Did Bob Wells get me started in van life? No. Who's that? Just kidding. I know who Bob Wells is. No, he didn't. I got me into van life. It was my idea. I created all this stuff. At least I felt like I did. At the beginning, when you're like, man, I should just do this. And then you find out it's a thing. You're like, oh, I wasn't the first one to think of this. Who's horses under the hood? Sent you some designs. Wicked. Yeah, that's wicked. So yeah, I'll go through them. I actually have a bunch of designers too that I haven't gone through yet either from the last, because I put a big thing out on my channel quite a while ago saying, hey, if you're a designer, send me some samples, and we got bombarded, and I ended up just picking a couple and rolling with it. My tongue hurts, so I have a tooth back here that needs to be pulled. So I have I had a crown on a tooth back here, and the crown came off, and then that whatever they stuffed in the hole under the crown, that ended up coming out a couple months later. Now I have a full-blown dead tooth back there that needs to be pulled, and it's scraping on my tongue. It hurts. Not my tooth, but it hurts my tongue. Hold on, guys. Oh, hold on. Sorry. CRUZ making me laugh. Man, so far I don't have any sore teeth, but it's just scraping on my tooth, on my tongue. It's pretty sharp. Yeah, I'm bad for teeth, man. I'm missing some. I'm missing one there. Missing one there. I got 2 of them gone. Look at this. 2 of them gone down there. I've had bad teeth my whole life. They still work though. Yeah, CRUZ's got the snoring master, man. He's on lockdown. I don't have any scary van stories. So far, my van life's been pretty awesome. Dude, I could just leave this live stream with you, buddy, and you can just snore the rest of the time. I remember editing a video once in the shop, and I remember just talking to the camera, and CRUZ was on the backside of the camera on his puppy bed, and I was talking away to the camera, not even thinking that CRUZ was the whole time. And when I was editing the video, it was so funny. And I could just picture what everybody was going to say. And because I'm just having a conversation, like, and he's right behind it. It was great. It was great. What's up, Nick? Welcome to the live stream. That tooth in the back situation of mine has been like that for probably 6 months. It doesn't hurt. It's not bothering anything. It's not causing any pain. Ideally, the tooth itself is dead. It's had a root canal in it already. There's nothing left of it. It just needs to be pulled. Does anyone watch your shop while I travel? My shop is at a very secure location on somebody's private property. So the property is secured, got cameras, the whole bit. It's super secure. That's the plus side about being able to travel while I have the shop, is that the shop is at somebody's house. Like, yeah. And trust me, you don't want to mess with that dude at the house. He's a big dude. Ugh. Yeah. I mean, and that was another major factor that made me go, okay, this is a really cool idea to know that they got to drive by my house day and night they got to drive by my shop day and night to get to their house. So makes me feel good, and they can see it from their porch. You know, it just makes me feel good to know that when I'm on the road for 5 or 6 months out of the year, that my shop is in good hands. So someone just said Bob Wells, van life legend. You know how many people don't know who that guy is? He's not as relevant as you think. Yeah, it's funny because I've run into couples before, and we'd be talking about something in a video, and I'll mention his name, and people are like, who? Who? He's very popular with a certain age bracket for sure. Nick, thanks, man. The shop does look pretty good. I'm pretty excited about that. I mean, it was like a weird pleasure for me to be able to just set the shop up. I really enjoyed that part. That was like my gift to me after all these years of hard work. And the shop is not a temporary thing. Having a little place to just have some adventure toys and stuff like that is something that I've kind of I felt like my life deserved. I felt like it's time for some change. It's time to have a little place where we can work on my van, and a place to keep a kayak or something like that, or buy a quad or something for the backcountry. And it was just after 4 years of hard work on this channel, I was just my little guilty pleasure of just setting up the shop. I really thoroughly, honestly enjoyed it. And I bought him a couch. He has a whole freaking leather couch. I put it on Facebook Marketplace, but still, he's still got a leather couch. Carla, thanks for watching the live stream. Super cool, Carla. I appreciate the love. Justin and Christina, welcome to the stream. Sorry, guys. Getting lost in my chats here. Clean up after yourself. Portugal has just made boondocking illegal. There's places out here where you're not allowed to boondock either, but we still do it. You know what I mean? I think the thing is, if you just keep on the move all the time, you're just another vehicle on the side of a road. Yeah, I've heard that about a few places, though. I've had messages from people saying that they've made things illegal. They've also made it illegal in Victoria here, too, once I heard. I know lots of vanners that still live there. I don't know if that was an actual thing or not, or if it was just something somebody said. With the internet, you never know. When someone says something and then everybody repeats it and all of a sudden they believe it. The Broken Nomad, I met Bob a few years ago when I gave a talk at the RTR Wicked. So Bob Wells reached out to me last year when they were doing the RTR seminars online and wanted me to do a video, but I just didn't have the time. They wanted me to do a video on winter van life in Canada. And I just kind of said, I'm a bad person to make a seminar on that for you online, because I live on the West Coast. You maybe should talk to a van lifer that actually lives in Canada. Because I hide out here on the West Coast where we get a pretty easy winter. Fingers crossed, knock on everything wood, that we get an easy winter this year with all the crap that's gone on. I have a funny feeling that Jack Frost is going to come just like give it to us. But yeah, he asked me to do that, and I didn't have time. How many tickets did you buy? Buy for what? I didn't buy any tickets for anything. Dave B, what's up? I am not in Victoria. I'm in Nanaimo, BC. Dan the Van Dan, you got a warning in Euclid. Okay, that's another story. So there's areas out here that just don't dig it. So you got Tofino and the Euclid, however you pronounce that. Those are areas that you just don't van life out there. You just don't do it. They're not welcome to it. And because what it is out there, you have your major surfing community out there, and they all got camper vans, so they get bombarded certain times a year during surf seasons. And yeah, they've just decided to say forget it. Those are definitely areas that you just got to pay for a campsite. So when it got really hot out here in the summer, I went out to the Uke, and I just got a campsite, because that's what you do out there. If you're going to be out there, you just got to get a campsite. They're very expensive too. I know I paid $60 for just a regular campsite in the Uke, and then out in Tofino, I think they're like $100 plus for a campsite. It's insane. Snow warning tonight? No, not tonight. Coming though. We just looked at the weather. It's getting cold though. Like, I could turn my heater on right now. Yeah, it's not snow tonight. Nope, not snow tomorrow. It says Sunday on my app anyway. Everybody's weather apps are different, but it says on Sunday. Possibly snow on Sunday. But it is getting cooler. Like, the temperature right now, it's chilly. It's 3 degrees Celsius. What that is in Fahrenheit, Google it. I don't know. But yeah, Celsius. 3 degrees. That is a flippin' cool evening. Do I like penguins? Everybody likes penguins. If you don't like penguins, you're a bad person. Penguins are cute. Did I just say that? If you don't like penguins, you're a bad person. Penguins are adorable. Peaceful Grizz, you need a CRUZ snoring live stream. That's a good idea. Hey, like the fireplace in the winter. That's a really good idea. Yeah, weather forecasts are just weather forecast. I missed a chat. Tim, thank you. Often imitated but never duplicated. Thank you. Amazing Jays, thank you so much for that. Oh, I appreciate it. For some of my favorite stir fries. I really dig those stir fries. Really dig those stir fries. Those are so good. Oh, super awesome. And another plus side about the ambulance, once it's all done with all the roof rack systems, it'll be above 9 feet. I have a maximum 10 feet clearance on that shop door, but it'll be above 9 feet, which means it won't be able to get through a standard drive-through, which means I'll probably eat less drive-through. Right? Right now, just convenient. Sorry. The word, I said fries just a second ago in a part of a word, and it's made me think about fries, and then it made me think about the Wendy's that's parked right back here, that I could just go to Wendy's, but then I realized I can't get in the drive-thru at Wendy's here because it's only 7.5 feet, which means I won't go to Wendy's, even though I want Wendy's. Wendy's has really good like baked potatoes. There's sour cream and chive baked potato. Woo. Cruzy. He's just out. David, thanks, man. Appreciate that. Hey, Chelly. How you doing? Is that how you pronounce your name? Chelly? Yeah, Chelly. Cruz is so funny tonight. Did you drink tequila tonight? Nope. Drinking water. I have no alcohol in my van. I have some beer in my back cubby, but nothing cold. Because my fridge freezer is now freezer, so I have no place to put beer, and all my tequila is at the shop. My tequila collection at the shop is getting a little bit bigger as people come by. A bunch of people have been giving me tequila bottles as a shop warming gift. So our collection there at the shop's getting a little bit bigger, a little bit at a time. It's my favorite family movie. That's a good question. I don't really have one. Wendy's. I haven't had the Wendy's salads. I'm a big fan of their baked potatoes though. Definitely a big fan. What are my plans for travels when the borders open up? Not going south. I'm diehard Canadian here for now. I feel like I haven't had enough of Canada. I feel like I've barely, believe it or not, think about it. I've been filming Canada for 4 years and I feel like I haven't even touched it. That's insane. Like crazy to think how big and vast this place is. Like all the diversity that's around here, from the indigenous communities to like all the ranchers in like the Badlands and stuff like that. It's just it's a wild one. So Canada's just it's I'm going to be here a while. Put it that way. I'm going to be here until my soul says it's time to try another country. Then I'll probably do this exact same thing with the US until I get sick and tired of the US, and then I'll move to another country. Do you know what I mean? As of right now, I'm just digging Canada in a massive way. Oh, Lisa Marie, your rats just hang out on your dash all day and night. I get the coolest looks and conversations from it. No kidding. No kidding. They're like, man, that lady's got a rat problem. That is awesome. That is awesome. I used to have a pet rat like when I was younger. I loved it. Where do you store all your bulk blankets? I only have the blankets that I have here. That's it. I don't store. I have a rooftop carrier, so if I do have my throw blankets in the summer, we'll go up there. But what I usually do is I keep one main blanket and then one little throw blanket. One main blanket in my van that I keep in my van all the time, and a little throw blanket just in case I want to have a nap on top of my regular ones and just want to use the little throw. But that's it. And then in the wintertime, what I have been doing is I buy a blanket for the winter and then I just donate it after the winter. So for me to go out and spend $40 or $50 to buy a winter blanket, then after the season's done, go donate it, go give it to some homeless guy after you're done with it and they can stay warm at night. That's what I've been doing. For me, it's like $50 or dedicate a whole big space in my little van here for stocking something that I only use once in a while. That's a big item to store. So yeah, I've just been donating them afterwards. I've never tried a weighted blanket. I've heard some really cool things and some bad things about them, but I've never tried one. Kim's like, if your van was a transformer, would it be an Autobot or a See, I was never into that stuff as a kid. I know the Transformers. I just don't know anything about them. My van would just be badass. That's it. If it was a Transformer, how awesome would that be? You don't need an extra blanket because CRUZ is a good foot warmer. You damn right he is. Justin and Christina going down to the U.S. on December 20th. Gonna be making our way to Quartzsite, Arizona. Yeah, CRUZ is my weighted blanket. Yeah, space saving bags. So, like, my thought on that too is those winter blankets are big. You can crush them down all you want, but if you don't live in a van and don't realize how limited of space you have in here, you have to be very conscious about what you haul around. So for me, like that's just a cost of winter for me. I might got $50 for a blanket and I'll just donate it afterwards. It's just a $50 winter. No, it's really no big deal. I would have paid way more than that for rent prior to put a fireplace in here. No. I'll probably end up putting a little wood stove in the ambulance just to have some backcountry ambiance, you know what I mean? But having a full-time wood stove in a van, I don't think is a very good idea because you'd have to stock that damn bugger every 2 to 3 hours, and I don't want to do that all night long. And I've also heard by many people that there's a high chance of a fire department showing up at your van because not everybody understands what that you can put those in there. So if you ever park somewhere and someone drives by going, oh, that van's on fire, that's it, you're over. Or anything coming out of the top like that, you can cause an alarm. I heard a couple. I chatted with them. I was going to do go film with them, but I never ended up doing it. They put a cubic mini wood stove in their school bus. They were parked in a farmer's field and the fire department showed up. They fired up the wood stove for the very first time and all they heard was sirens and they were coming straight for it. One of the neighboring farms phoned 911 and said there's been a bus in the field. People have been working on it for the last little while and now it's on fire. And it wasn't. They just lit the wood stove for the first time. It's things to think about. But backcountry wise, I think it's a beautiful idea for that little ambiance and some free heat out there in the bush. I'm in. Not in this thing though, but I will be putting one in the ambulance for sure. Yeah, it's just fun content. No, I haven't talked to Foresty Forest this week. Someone just asked me if I've been in contact with him. He's been quiet this week. Foresty Forest only does one video a week. So he's quiet usually most of the week. Chrome, sorry if you covered this already, but what are your thoughts on flooding in BC? There's really not much to think. Like what's there to think? It's sad. Like BC's gone through a lot this year. BC went through the forest fires. Now BC's going through flooding. It makes me worried about what's coming this winter. Like we're just going to make this a hat trick and just go for it and just bury us in snow and cause tons of problems. It's crazy because and I haven't been near any of it. I haven't gone to any of the areas where it's been flooding, so it directly hasn't affected me personally. But it's sad. It's sad to see all the things pop up on my TikTok or pop up on my YouTube streams with people that lost their homes and all the farms and the animals that died. It's sad, man. BC's taken an ass kicking this year. And like some towns like Merritt, BC, they were evacuated because of forest fires and then they got evacuated because of flooding. And how crazy is that? Like how crazy to be evacuated, but forest fires like all over Merritt. And then all of a sudden they get drowned. Come on. Like after all that fire, now now water's coming to get them. What next? Wind? Come on. Yeah, it's pretty crazy around here. And if you guys haven't seen what's going on, just Google floods in British Columbia. Where's my fire extinguisher? Underneath my driver's seat in the front. And I do have this one here. I have this one here in my stovetop. I keep it there all the time. This actually works great. I bought them in a 2-pack, but I used one on a campfire as, hi buddy. I used one on a campfire just to see if they work, and it works. It's just like a regular aerosol can, so you can just use it to do spot ones if you had one and continue to use it. I bought this at Costco. I also seen this at a few little big box stores too as well. But yeah, I have 2 fire extinguishers. I'm hoping if I ever have one in my van, I only need that little one. I'm hoping not to bring out the Big Daddy, just bomb the van down. Look at that face. But yeah, I usually don't like to bring a lot of those subjects up on my channel because they're just hard to talk about. And, I don't feel that I should talk about it because I'm not in that area. Do you know what I mean? If that has directly affected me or if I'm happens to be in those zones during that time, then it's great to make content on it because it's a part of my day. But to make content on something that's not happening here feels like I'm monetizing their problems. Do you know what I'm saying? And I don't agree with that. So, but if it was in my day, no, heck yeah, I'd be vlogging it for darn sure. uh Leon Depp, thank you. Leon, it's a deep Lien Leon. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. If CRUZ wants a girlfriend, my bulldog would be perfect for him. CRUZ, you want a girlfriend, buddy? They would make perfect symphony. Super sweet. Thank you so much for the super chat. Yo, Galactic Attain. I can't even say it. Did I just about Ecatainment? Come on. Galactic Entertainment, what's up? I used to DJ for those guys. Yo. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. How do we send you a Christmas present? You don't. I'm not accepting any more packages. Things just, they get out of hand sometimes, and especially around this time of year, that's why we pulled it. We get bombarded with packages, and as much as I appreciate the gifts and the love, it just gets very expensive for me because I got to pay for those packages once they hit my mailbox. So there's sometimes I've showed up to my mailbox and there's $200 worth of payments to pay because there's that many packages that showed up, and it just got to a point where I'm like, now that I have the shop, I need to start thinking about finances a little bit more, and cutting out getting mail. Just, it was just a part of me working on my budget. Yeah, that, and I don't have much room. If you guys really honestly feel like you need to send us more love than just a thank you on here, Tim Hortons gift cards are great. Go to timhortons.com or .ca. You can send me one via email. Those things are great gifts because they take up no space in my van, and it's amazing to have a coffee bought for me. So yeah, Tim Hortons is probably your best bet. Excuse me. Could I get things mailed to my shop? No. My shop technically doesn't have an address because it's not my house. There's a house on the property, and mine's just the shop there. And any packages that would arrive at the shop would have to go to their house. Do you know what I mean? And that's a giant pain in the butt. So no packages are allowed to be shipped to the shop. I do have one package that's coming to the shop, but I'm really keeping an eye on the tracking so I can be at the shop that day. Be there for it when it gets there. Nick Pixel, how you doing, brother? Hope all is well. Things are doing really, really awesome, man. Really, really good. See, it's fun on this live stream now because now he's there snoring. I don't have to talk so much. It's great. You can just read the comments. This is good. It's like having, a team member talking. Yeah, that, and I would never give out my address for the shop. That's a good point. Someone just brought that up. I'm like, that's a good point. My shop is at an undisclosed location because it's at somebody's home. I have not made it public whatsoever. My friends know, and maybe some people around my circle here know, but that's about it. How's the gas issue going? So we still have 30-liter gas restrictions going on because of the flooding. A bunch of our highways are still completely blocked out or knocked out. We still have a 30-liter gas restriction. It's fine. There's lots of fuel. Every time I've needed gas, it's been there. Like the other day, I fueled up twice because I was off in the bush doing some things. And when I came back to town, I was out of fuel. So I just fueled up in one town. Then I got to the next town. I fueled up again and good to go. Are bulldogs high maintenance? No. Yes. No. Yes. That's a hard question. Depending on what you think high maintenance is. If you just want a dog you never have to think about, you probably shouldn't own a dog. Bulldogs, because they can't lick their you-know-whats, because they can't reach, you got to wipe it down with rags and keep all that area clean, and you have to clean all up inside his folds and his wrinkles, but it's like any other dog. I don't see it being any different. Do Bulldogs shed? Oh, yeah, big time. What's for dinner tonight? Probably Wendy's. It's across the street, and after this live stream, because I'm sleeping here, I'm just going to walk over to Wendy's. Oh. Galactic Entertainment, super cool. Hopefully they're okay. I've had some issues, Jay, with some stuff from my merch company. I've had a few people over the last year have some bad experiences, so hopefully it goes okay. Like 99% of the time it's been good, but I think I've pulled all of the bad all of the bad merchandise off that store, and because all my merch is through an American company, so I don't have access to seeing them firsthand unless I order them all. It's been pretty tough. My voice is getting dry from sitting here talking. I'm drinking just about one bottle of water. Andrew, now you're talking, buddy. Triple baconator with fries and a Frosty for dip. Oh yeah, French fries in a Frosty. It's like a milkshake, sort of, kind of. The best way to explain it for those people that don't know. Oh yeah, good idea. Very good idea. Favorite decade of music? Hard cry, 90s or 2000s? That's a tough one. A lot of great music came out between the 90s and the 2000s. When am I going to do a camp meetup? I'm probably doing a meetup here on Vancouver Island this month and one in Vancouver this month. So I'll be doing a few gatherings. Yeah, 90s was probably the most influential music year for me, like decade for me. But the 2000s was big for me in the nightclub scene. So I have a lot of music from the 2000s that were super like memorable, like really like bring me back to a really great time in my life. How's Jeffy Bear? He's doing really good. Jeffy was just on the live stream here. I don't know if he's still here or not, but he's doing good. Water time. Time for beer. I don't have any cold beer in my van. Too bad. Anyway, you guys, we've been on here for 2 hours and 17 minutes. That's pretty darn good. I want to thank everybody who supports us on Patreon and on YouTube memberships. You guys are rock stars. Thank you a ton. And everybody that came by and spent time with me and this snoring little bugger today, I really appreciate you guys being here. We wouldn't be here if you guys didn't press play every day, and that is full-blown the truth. I owe everything I have in my life to all of you, 100%, and I never forget that, ever. You know, I may sit here and put in my time and energy and everything to making the content that you guys watch, but none of this would be here if we didn't press play. I could just be uploading videos and nobody would watch it. That would suck. All right, Crazy, we're gonna say bye, buddy. I bet you that tongue of yours is super dry. Look at that. Look at that thing. Sorry, buddy. I won't pick on you anymore. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. And like I said earlier in my live stream, we'll probably do more live streams this month than normal. I'm going to try to upload every day all month. So if I happen to skip editing a video that day, I'm going to try my hardest to do a live stream all the time. And because I know there's a lot of people out there that are at home or may just not have anybody to hang out with throughout all these holiday things. So I'm going to try to be in your living rooms or wherever you're watching this as much as I can for this month. I love you guys, and I'll see you soon. Okay, guys, we out. Oh man, Crazy, you're just hilarious, buddy. So funny, bro.